Hey guys, Blubber here, and today we are going over, in my opinion, the best daily drivers for Greenville. But before we start this video, special thanks to, I'm gonna butcher your name, I deeply apologize, Bugra Axoy. I hope I pronounced that right, although I likely didn't. Anyways, your comment is right here. Thank you so much. Get prepared to see your comment quite a bit on some of these videos coming up. And yeah, this is a very extensive list. I did my best to include cars like I did my best to have a coupe, SUV, sedan, truck, and all that. So I have actually 3 honorable mentions before we get into the 6 actual cars that I chose. But for our first honorable mention, right here we have the 2006 Vellfire Prima with only one trim, costing $8,000. Now this vehicle was gonna actually be on the list, but I ended up dropping it down for something a bit newer because I know you guys are probably gonna want some newer cars. But this car is on this list because this thing drives very nice, very easy to drive around, good handling, and it's very cheap, only $8,000. And yeah, let's hop on to our next honorable mention. For the next honorable mention, we have the 2020 Falcon Departure. And it only has one trim, which is the titanium trim, costing $36,835. This vehicle was also going to be on the list, but I decided to put something a bit bigger on the list. But regardless, I quite like this car. I don't really know about the front end, but the rear end is pretty nice. And yeah, again, this is a pretty good car, again, costing $36,835. And come on, this is a really nice blue, you can't lie. And yeah, let's hop on to our final honorable mention before we hop into the list of vehicles, guys. So for the final honorable mention, we have the 2021 Elysion Slick Sedan. This car is very nice. The reason why this car is actually on the list is because in our most recent video, the best sedans, this car was featured, and I don't want to feature the same car over again, but this car would have easily made it onto this list if it weren't for that video being so recent. This car has a 10-liter trim, so you have the LX trim for $21,250, the Sport trim for $23,050, the EXL trim for $25,600, and the Touring trim, which is what this car is in right now, for $28,300. I'll have the best sedans linked in the description below, so make sure to go check it out. And let's hop on to our list of the best daily drivers in Greenville, guys. All right, so now we are finally on for the top 6 cars that I chose for best daily drivers. First of all, right here we have the 2007 Falcon Stallion, which has a ton of trims. But before I give you like a tour of this car, just keep in mind all these cars are not in any specific order. All these cars are good in their own ways and are all different types of cars. So yeah, all these cars on this list are 100% recommend. And if you guys want a part 2 of this, let me know in the comments down below. Anyways, here's the car. So this car comes in a multitude of trims. We have the V6 trim at $13,000, the GT trim for $18,000, which is what this car is in right now, and the Belco GT 500 trim, which costs $26,000. Unfortunately, that trim does require extra Game Pass, so that's why we're in the GT trim, because I want to show you guys cars that people don't really have Game Passes can afford, and I want to show you guys that these trims are actually pretty decent. So let's take this thing out for a test drive. Now this thing, I love this generation of the Mustang. Yes, it does spit flames, and it's just a satisfying car to listen to. And yes, this thing can easily do donuts and all that. This car is phenomenal. I love this thing. Okay, let's get it out and test. Let's get it out on the road and do all of our usual tests. So here are the blinkers with the headlights real quick. Here are the blinkers without headlights. Let's go back to using headlights because it is winter, so you should be using your headlights, of course. Okay, let's get this thing up to top speed. This car has pretty decent acceleration, especially for only $18,000. Okay, let's get this thing up to top speed real quick. So it looks like we maxed at 139 miles per hour. Let's do the brake test. That's actually pretty good braking. That was pretty smooth if you ask me. So that's a pretty good car. And here's the horn, of course. Not an annoying horn at all. And yeah, this was our first car on the list. We have 5 more to go. So let's hop onto our next car, guys. So for our next car, we have the 2013 Wolfsburg Charge, and this car comes in a ton load of trims as well. We have the S trim for $8,000, the SE trim for $9,500, the Hyper trim for $10,000, and the SEL trim for $11,200, and the GT trim for $17,500, which is the trim we are testing this car in today. None of the trims require Game Pass. Yeah, let's get this thing out on the road. And if you can tell, this car is also red. Red's my favorite color, so I usually I unintentionally always pick red for cars when it's an option. I apologize if you guys find that annoying. Okay, here are the headlights, of course. Headlights, blinkers with the headlights. Blinkers without the headlights. And listen to this. Just listen. How satisfying is that? Okay, let's get this thing out on the road. We're gonna be doing the same tests every single time. So we're gonna do a top speed test and a brake test, of course. This car has a very satisfying sound to it. So it looks like the top speed for this car is 144 miles per hour. This is the brake test. Again, really good braking on this car. I was expecting it to be a tiny bit more smooth, but I assume it's probably more smooth than the lower trims because this is the GT trim. And here's the horn. I actually really like that horn. It, like, you know, it lets the other driver know that you're there, but it's not an annoying horn. And yeah, this was the second car on our list. Let's hop on to the third. Okay, so this car is actually probably unexpected, but we have the 2014 TONY Cinco, or just the Fiat 500 here. It only has one trim, the Carrera trim, for $12,300. I hope I pronounced Carrera right. Here's the car. Now, I did park it right next to Ellen Insurance Agency, because if you're driving a car from, you know, Italy, a cheap car from Italy as well, you're probably going to need to get pretty good insurance for how often this thing's going to break down. Anyways, let's take this thing out for a test drive. So this car was actually the car that took the Prius's spot, and I decided purely because, like, people who want daily drivers just want a car that really gets them point A to point B, right? So, you know, why not have a Fiat 500? And I felt like the Prius was a bit old. Anyways, here are the headlights. Here are blinkers with headlight. Here are the blinkers without the headlight. Here's the horn. I have not heard that horn. And top speed is 124 miles per hour, which is not shabby at all for how small this car is. Here's the brake test. Again, not bad braking at all. Although I was expecting it to be a bit more smooth for like such a harmless looking car like this. And yeah, this was number 3 on the list. Also, I'm sorry if I'm going by these really fast. I'm trying to make this video not too long so you guys can get this information as quick as possible. So yeah, let's hop onto our fourth car. This car might be a tiny bit of a surprise because I had never used this car. But here we have the 2020 Falcon Scavenger with only one trim, costing $60,000. This was the car that took the brand new, oh crap, I forget the car's name. It's the one that took off the Falcon Ford Escape, which was a honorable mention, the fish looking car. Because I decided, hey, you guys probably want something a bit bigger if you're looking in the SUV section. So yeah, let's get this thing out on the road. I actually really like this car. Okay, the thing about this car is I actually prefer the generation before this one when it comes to Ford Explorers. But I assume you guys would probably want some brand new options on this list, like brand new cars. And the front end of this is really good, but I do prefer the older Explorer's rear end. So here, let's get this thing out on the road. Here are the headlights, of course, and taillights. Here are blinkers with headlights and blinkers with taillights. Blinkers without headlights or taillights. Alright, let's get this thing on the road, get it to top speed real quick. And here's the horn while we're at it. Not a bad horn at all. There's this one horn I absolutely despise in Greenville. I don't know how to explain it though. Thankfully none of these cars seem to have it, so that's a good thing, right? Anyways, top speed seems to be 139 miles per hour. Let's wait till we get to the bottom of the hill before we do the brake test. Okay, bottom of the hill, this is the brake test. That is quite possibly the worst braking out of all of them, but it was the smoothest braking, so you gotta give it that. Very smooth braking, but it took quite a bit to slow down. But this car was going kind of fast. And yeah, this was number 4 on your list, guys. Let's go down to number 5. Okay, so this is probably another bit of a kind of weird car to be on this list, but I actually love the design of Honda's trucks. When I mentioned that we were going to do trucks, you guys probably expected like a Chevy, Ford, or something, or even a Dodge. I was gonna have a Dodge here, but then I realized who wants a car that still has yellow headlights or have legit headlights and it's a 2021 model? Nobody, right? So here we have the 2021 Elysion Arete. I hope it's pronounced Arete. Comes in so many trims. We have the Sport trim for $36,490, the RTL E trim for $39,470. Oh, apologies. I read that as. Okay, so for the Sport trim, it's actually $36,490. I think I said 98 for some reason. Anyways, moving on, we have the Black Edition trim for $42,420, and we have the EBD trim for $43,920. We are currently in the Black Edition trim because I don't really like the look of the EBD, but to each their own. Let's see, out on the road. I just like the design of this truck. Here's the horn. We have blinkers without the headlights. Or taillights. I love when they have it on the thing. Here we have headlights with the blinkers, headlights without blinkers, and yeah, let's get this thing on the road, put it through the usual tests as we always do, and yeah, okay, let's get this thing on the road. So we're gonna speed it up, see what we can get to. Hopefully we can get to top speed before we get to the hill section, but you never know. So this thing actually has a lot of gears. It comes with sport mode, which is kind of questionable. Who wants a sport mode in a truck? I guess a lot of people do. So. Okay, crap, looks like we will be going up the hill because I do not want it to hinder the braking test at all. Okay, so top speed is 133 miles per hour. that is pretty good braking, and that was also pretty smooth. And yeah, again, here's the horn if you guys forgot it for some reason. And yeah, let's move on to our final car for this video, guys. So there aren't many options when it comes to minivans in Greenville, which is why we have the 2021 Vellfire Florence. I'm pretty sure this is the new Sienna by Toyota. I love the look of this thing. I'm pretty sure YouTuber Car something. I know it's Discord and Roblox name is Car, but I'm pretty sure Kryptonics. If I'm mistaken, please correct me in comments. I'm pretty sure Kryptonics modeled this car. It looks absolutely phenomenal. I love this car is modeled so nicely. So the car unfortunately only has one trim though, which is the XSE trim, which costs $44,750. And yeah, let's get this thing on the road. Well, it does come with 2 rim options, so I chose like the normal looking rims because, you know, come on, it's a minivan, right? Here are the blinkers without headlights, and here are blinkers with headlights, and headlights without blinkers or anything. I love what they did with the rear tail lights. That looks absolutely amazing. Okay, let's see the top speed real quick. Again, this is a minivan, so don't expect a lot of speed out of this thing. Like, come on, guys. It's a minivan. You don't get a minivan if you want speed. You get a minivan if you want to haul a bunch of people around, or you have like kids or something. So let's see what we can get here. So top speed is 124 miles per hour, which is not too bad for a minivan. Braking test, here we go. Honestly, that is like the perfect blend of like smooth braking and pretty fast braking all around. I think this has the best braking out of all the cars all around. And here's the horn. And yeah, that kind of does it for this video. If you guys enjoyed this video, we went through 9 cars, 3 of them being honorable mentions, but still 9 cars in the span of like not even 15 minutes. That's pretty good, if you ask me. And yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, and let me know if you want to see a part 2 to this, and give me some ideas for some list videos you guys would want to see. And also, don't worry, I do have some roleplay videos coming. I actually have 2 pre-recorded RP videos. I just need to go and edit, so expect those to come out following this video. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Bye, guys.